Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am trying another game against my good friend Tommy Roberts. Now, he actually has now switched, and I say another game, let me refresh. I've just played 2 games against Tommy's Blastoise, one where I got beaten with Darkrai Hammers, one where I got beaten with Rayquaza. I was playing Quad Rayquaza. Now, I've gone to my Eels deck, hoping that he would still be playing Blastoise. He appears to have gone to a Darkrai list. And I'm playing Rayeels. Now, my Rayeels list was having a lot of success recently. I cannot win a game with it. Now, he's mulliganed twice. I'm hoping I'm going to get to go first this game. I haven't in the previous games. If I do get to go first this game, that's going to give me a huge advantage. I've got a supporter. I've got 2 Tynamos turn 1. The thing about Darkrai is, though, it can often kill Tynamos on turn 1. So, all I need is a couple of turns to get myself set up, and I can win this. I've got a good matchup if I don't get rushed too much. They give me the choice, I go heads, I get to go first, and this is lovely. He's starting off with a Sableye, and the first thing I want to do is start getting some Tynamos down on the bench. Now, I have started with 3 supporters in the end, which is somewhat annoying. Well, 4 if you count the random receiver. But I'm going to be able to use an Ultra Ball. I'm going to be able to get a Lightning Energy, and I'm going to kill the random receiver because I can't afford to kill a supporter, and that'll get me a second Dynamo out, which will be quite nice. Yeah, I've got my Mr. Mime. I am going to need that Mr. Mime. Okay, I got worried there. It appears I've got a Dynamo prize, but 1 Dynamo prize certainly isn't the end of the world. So, we'll take those couple of Dynamos. Now here, I can't afford to play the Juniper and kill the Colress in the end. The Colress is only going to net me 4, which isn't enough, so it's going to have to be an N. Now what I'm looking for here is a 3rd Dynamo, and ideally I'd quite like a Mr. Mime. Okay, that's not bad at all. So we're going to pop the Dynamo down on the bench. We're going to pop a Fire Energy on our Rayquaza. And we're looking alright. Not great. I'm going to really want a Mr. Mime out next turn. But if he can't kill a Dynamo, and let's face it, if he's running lasers and, you know, all he needs is... there's an Eviolite on the Darkrai. That's annoying. Oh, and actually I liked my hand. But that Eviolite on the Darkrai basically turns it into a 4 energy KO. But I play Tool Scrapper, so it's not the end of the world. Okay, that hand sucks compared to the one I had. Because I'm going to want to attach a Lightning Energy from my hand to Rayquaza. It's really not... I liked my other hand. I had an Eel, and I had a Dowsing Machine to get a second Eel, maybe put a second Electric in the discard pile, which would have allowed me to get 2 energy on a Rayquaza. So, the question is, what's he going to do here? Now, he's used his computer search. Presumably, he's used it to try and junk hunt. And remember what I said before on... Well, if you watched my video where I played Darkrai against Rayeels, crushing hammer heads on a Fire Energy is... It's harsh, quite frankly. It can really screw me over. So one thing I'm going to want to try and do this game is really kind of make sure that I don't... Yeah, now I've got an awkward decision to make here, because I can use my Victini and I can get the KO on the Sableye, and I'm going to do this. Now what this means is I don't have a bench space left for Mr. Mime. This might turn out to be a massive mistake, but it's something I'm going to have to risk. I'm going to play a random receiver here, hoping I hit a Colress. And I do! Life is good. And that's because a Colress will get me 7 cards and won't give Tommy an extra 2 cards. So the end there, it would have been fine, but I didn't like it. All I need here is 1 Eel and preferably a switch. Oh, and that's horrible. That is absolutely horrible. Not only have I benched the Victini for no good reason, I've drawn the mine but I can't play it, I can't get a KO because I don't hit an eel. That is just horrendous. That is absolutely terrible. That Colrus was... words almost don't describe it, and now I really am on the back foot. If I could have gone and got the first prize there against Sableye, then that basically means that if he benches another Sableye or an Absol, I've got a second easy prize, 2 Darkrai's, and that's the game. As it is now, I'm going to be relying on my late game ends. And of course, now that I see him use the computer search, I realise that end might have been a better idea. So he gets a Dark Patch, and he's very much, an energy switch. And now all he's going to need is 1 energy off a Juniper. And he's going to be rocking a free prize turn next time. It ain't good. So I draw, and it's a whole lot of nothing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop an energy on my Victini, and he's still going to get a 2 prize turn next time. But I can at least... Now I'm only going to be doing 80 here, but then a Rayquaza with 2 energy will get the KO. So, let's play an N, and I really, really need to hit an eel here badly. I should not have benched that Victini, but if I can use that Victini as a decent attacker, I'm going to be alright. And okay, there's a level ball straight away. And there's an Ultra Ball as well. So, let's play the level ball. To get an eel. Now, really here, I do want to be grabbing a second eel. But I don't know if I've got a second lightning in the discard, so we'll have a quick look. Now we'll evolve him so he's not getting 2 prizes off that. Now I could Tool Scrapper here, but here's the thing. I'm going to be doing 80 with Victini. Victini's going to die, and then I'm going to be doing more damage with Rayquaza. So I don't really need to get rid of his tool, and there is only 1 in the discard. There's no point playing that Ultra Ball now. Yeah, that's fine. So we're going to Dynamotor, and we're going to Dynamotor onto the damaged Rayquaza. Now, if he catches and kills that Rayquaza, then what's that's going to allow me to do is then play that Tool Scrapper and KO him with Victini, and then we're going to be even. So that's not the end of the world. So let's do that V-Create, hit him for 80. If he drops an N, that is going to ruin my plan a little bit, but I'm hoping here he's going to think he can't kill me next turn. So he's going to capture my Rayquaza, kill the Rayquaza, put 30 on that eel, and then I'm going to be able to kill his Darkrai. And I'm accelerating energy better than him. Now, if I take another look at my discard pile, see how many Ns I've used. There's 2 in the discard, and that's it. Now, I'm hoping I don't draw an N next turn, because all I really want to do here, I want to knock out his energy, I want to keep his energy off, and then I want to N him. And then I should be fine. Now, Tommy uses a random receiver, and it comes out with an N. That is terrible. Now he uses that catcher exactly as I thought he would, and everything is going my way, except I now don't have the Tool Scrapper, and I really, really hope that comes back to me. But I've got 1 Tool Scrapper, and I've got a big deck. So, switch, Skyarrow, and... oh, the Tool Scrapper comes back to me! I don't get a supporter, which is pretty bad. Yes, now this is exactly what I was hoping for. Oh, it's not amazing actually. Because I'm going to need another Pokemon, or Victini's not going to work. Now I hit a random receiver here, and now I've got quite the dilemma. Because I need a basic Pokemon here. In fact, I think the only thing I can do here is a Juniper. Right, I think the only thing I can do here is use that Ultra Ball to get a Mr. Mime. I don't really want to, but if I don't get a Mr. Mime here, he's having a 2-prize turn next time. So, let's use that. Let's get rid of my Sky Arrow and a Lightning Energy. And then we can get the Mr. Mime out to stop him having any multi-prize turns in the future. And now, my gamble of not putting the Mime down early has actually paid off. Because now it doesn't matter that that Eel's got 60 damage on, because either he kills it by capturing it, or he doesn't kill it. That 60 damage is now gone. So this is actually going to be a lovely turn. I've got a full bench again. I'm going to pop down a Sky Arrow Bridge. I'm going to be able to Tool Scrapper off both of his Eviolites, which is going to be lovely. And that, of course, means it's going to leave it open. Now, I lucked massively into that Eviolite there, up into that Tool Scrapper. But then he ended me out of it, so I suppose it's not the worst thing in the world. So I get rid of his pair of Eviolites, and that's quite nice. I can then Juniper, and hopefully get another Eel to start building up that Rayquaza on the bench. And it comes through, and this does not seem to be a very good game for me. But I can still Dynamotor once. I really want to Dynamotor more than once, I ain't going to lie to you. But I can get one Dynamotor onto that Rayquaza. That Rayquaza isn't being one hit anytime soon. I can then, and I'm not going to put a Fire Energy onto the Rayquaza there. There's no point. So I'm just going to put a Lightning Energy onto Rayquaza. Hopefully next turn I can attach a Fire Energy. I can Dynamotor once more and get the KO. There is a danger there that he's going to knock out my Eel next turn, but I suppose it's not the end of the world. So now I can V-Create for 100 to knock out his Darkrai, and with the hand I've got, I'm killing a Darkrai next turn, and then I've only got one prize left for the win. Now that hits a level ball, so I'm going to be able to get my Electric. That's lovely. And and another. So I'm going to have 2 Electrics out next turn. It's not looking too bad. I do need to start hitting my supporters again, though, because now if he ends me here, that could be trouble. I don't want to be end. I know I don't have a supporter, but I've got a Fire Energy, I've essentially got 2 Electrics, and I've got my catcher. An end here would be bad. I hate Tommy Roberts. He might be the worst person that ever lived. He might be the reincarnation of Satan himself. Because I need that Fire Energy, I need that catcher, I need that Electric. I need those 3 pieces of the puzzle. I suppose if he doesn't hit an Eviolite, all I need is a Fire Energy. Unless he kills my Eel. If he doesn't kill my Eel, and he leaves a Darkrai active, then all I'm going to need is a Fire Energy. But I still need that Fire Energy. And he's going to end me out of it. And I hate him for it. Now, I still believe I did the right thing by not attaching that Fire Energy, because he plays a Crushing Hammer and gets the heads, and I'm knackered. There's nothing I can do about that. So I don't regret... Oh! Here's me ranting and calling Tommy the worst person that ever lived, and he goes and plays a Juniper! Now, he's clearly wanting to get an attacker up next turn. Now, from what I've seen of his deck so far, like me, he seems to be playing Darkrai Hammers. Now, that Crushing Hammer doesn't actually matter, because I've got double Electric next. Oh no, he's gone for the... This is odd. This is odd. This is odd. Now he's going to use a computer search, so he's got this Darkrai up and running next turn. But the thing is, I've got my Mime down, so I'm sorted. I've got his Darkrai with the energy sorted. Now, let's take a close look at that Darkrai. Because if it hasn't got an Eviolite, it does have an Eviolite. So, we're going to need a double Dynamotor here. And that's not the end of the world. I'm pretty sure I've got 2 Electric Energy in the discard. So, let's Dynamotor onto him. This computer's being just a little bit slow. And this game is starting to go in my favour. Now, I don't have another lightning in the discard, but as you can see, I've got a what's it called? I've got an Ultra Ball there, so that's not going to be a problem. So what I can do here is just get another electric. Now I am going to need a catcher at some point. So let's have just a quick look, see if I've got one in my deck. I've got a catcher, but I've got a dowsing machine, so it's not and I've got a small deck, so that's not the end of the world. So I need to select a Pokemon. The amount of times on this online program I've clicked OK and forgotten to select a Pokemon, you would not believe. So let's get an electric, and let's pop that electric down. Now I need to do this in the right order because I need a Rayquaza here. And I need to Super Rod a Rayquaza back into my deck. But what I don't want to do is... yeah, that's alright. I can get the Fire Energy back as well. So, let's use that Super Rod. And if Tommy's listening here, I'm sorry, Tommy, for this ridiculously long turn I'm taking. So, I want all them back in my deck. That's good. Oh, excuse me. I can then afford to get rid of a Fire Energy because I'm discarding one, but I've just put 2 back. I don't think I need to get rid of that Raikou, but I don't know. I just feel that at some point in the future, that Raikou, it might become relevant again. So I'm going to get rid of that to get the second Rayquaza. Now, hopefully, I'm not going to need that Rayquaza, but just in case. And I've got the Raikou in hand, so if he does manage to get rid of my Fire Energy, and if I don't manage to draw another one, I've got that attacker in Raikou. So, let's attach that Fire Energy to Ray. And this is becoming a very, very long turn. Slightly because for some reason my computer's lagging a bit tonight, and partly just because I'm doing quite a lot this turn. Now, I have played pretty much my entire hand out, but as you can see, I'm getting that 4th Lightning Energy onto Rayquaza. I'm going to capture and kill that Darkrai with the 2 energy and the Eviolite. And then at this point, now I really want a supporter next turn, or a switch, but I'm looking pretty good. You will notice, one downside here, I don't have a switch. And what that means is, and also I've filled my bench with non-attackers. Now I know I've got Victini as an attacker, but I'm not going to do much with Victini. Killing that Sableye isn't going to do me any good at this point. I need to kill that Darkrai. And that's where my focus is. Now, if I can hit a switch and catcher, I'm going to win the game. Simple as that. So, let's see what we get off the prizes. Regular Rayquaza. I suppose I could use that as an attacker, but it's not much good. Oh, and the catcher. Now, that means if I can hit a switch, or that Rayquaza cannot be active at the end of my turn, it's game. Although I'm going to need another Lightning Energy if he knocks out one of those electrics. I suppose we'll have to wait and see. It's not the end of the world. It's going to take him quite a while to win from here. Now, he has used that computer search. Is that the 3rd time? I think it's the 3rd time. Might be slightly more than that. And it looks like he has once again... I mean, Tommy's deck here is... oh, and another Eviolite. And a Juniper. This is... Tommy's deck is running well here. And I don't think it's... I'm not saying that Tommy's getting lucky. I'm saying Tommy's got a very good Darkrai deck. I might get a look at his Darkrai list in the near future. See if he can... see if I can kind of compare it to mine. There goes that Crushing Hammer. Oh, thank goodness that's a Tails. That would be a horrible, horrible time to lose that. But straight away, he's got that rolling. So I need something here. There's a dowsing machine. Now, this is annoying. Because if he didn't have that Eviolite, I'd be sorted. But he has that Eviolite. So what do? I need 4 energy. So I'm going to need a switch and a Lightning Energy. Now, I've got 4 in the discard, which means I've got 3 in the deck. That's risky. I need a switch and I need a tool scrapper. That tool scrapper's not going to do me much good. But the problem is I'm going to need that catcher as well. But if I can get a switch and a lightning energy, I will win the game. So, let's have a quick look. And now I played a full complement of 4 switches in this deck. I don't like Caldeo in this list, so I'm just going to put that out there. There's 1 switch. There's 2 switch. So I've got 2 switch and 3 lightning energy left. Now a Colress is going to get me 5, so I'm going to have to Juniper. Now at this point, I am going to want my second Rayquaza, so Baby Ray's going to have to go. And Raiku's, actually doesn't matter what I discard. Oh. Now I can't really afford to lose either of those cards because that's my win condition. So as much as it hurts, I am going to have to grab a Colress here. I want the Juniper for the extra cards, but I'm going to need that Rayquaza and I'm going to need that catcher. I'm lowering my odds of hitting what I need to win, but it's the only thing I can really do. So I don't hit a switch and I don't hit that energy, but what I do hit is a fire energy. So let's put the fire energy on Victini. Let's retreat the Victini. Let's retreat for the Victini. And then I'm in a comfortable position again here. Now, I'm going to get some Dynamotor reaction going on. Because again, either he's going to kill my Rayquaza and that energy is going to be back in the discard ready to be Dynamoted, or he's going to kill my Victini and Rayquaza's going to come up and hit him in the face pretty damn hard. I've got my fire energy, so that's alright. I've got my Colress to get some cars next turn. So next turn, all I'm really going to need is a catcher. If he kills my Rayquaza, I don't have a tool scrapper anymore because I used my Dow's machine for a Colress. But if he does kill my Rayquaza, I've got a Rayquaza, I've got a fire energy, I'm going to be just fine. And of course there's a possibility he's going to end me. But let's get this Rayquaza built up here. It does take a long time to do stuff online compared to real life. Now I don't have a switch, but even if I did, I haven't got enough energy. So, let's V-create. I've still got a catcher left, so I can try and kill him in the future. Annoyingly, the only thing I can kill him with now is Rayquaza, because Victini's going to be a 2-hit job. But even if he kills my Rayquaza, if he doesn't end me, I've got everything I need to win the game, except me. Okay. Now, there's the catcher on the Rayquaza. Again, you would expect that. That's all good. Now, the good news is, that means, presumably... No, he's not. He's going to be going for an Absol here. Or is he? Ideally here, he's going to want to get the KO with Absol. Okay, so he's killing with that. So, that's fine, because that means I've got the game right here. I can stick up the Mr. Mime as a nice little placeholder. I can then... Oh, poor Tommy. I can then pop this Rayquaza down. I'm then going to be able to attach a fire energy to it, which will be nice. And then I'm going to be able to pop 3 energy on there with Eels. And it's all going to be good. That Darkrai is going down. If you are watching this, Tommy, I apologise for saying that you're the worst person that ever lived. Although, to be honest, I thought you were going to end me out of an amazing hand. And if you had ended me at that situation, I would have been sad. And again, just like in the video where I was playing Darkrai Hammers against Eels, what this really shows you is, and Tommy's there scooped, what this shows you is that Darkrai Hammers, it's not great against Eels. Good game, Tommy. Thank you all for watching this, and please, please, please remember to subscribe to my video if you're watching this. This has been done with live commentary, so chuck down in the comments what you think. It means that I'm a little bit more and ahhry because I'm playing while I'm talking, unlike when I'm watching it back, but I think that when it's live commentary, I think it's a little bit better because I'm talking without any hindsight of what's going to happen. So let me know in the comments, and make sure you watch my videos in future. Thank you very much. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Video.